Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Chad calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Chad. My neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back to way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash when the money fall. I'm a
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Cleveland Browns. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
45, 180. Here we go, here we go. Up. 45 the mic.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Run. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, orbit. Hey, let's get there. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check alert! Alert, alert! Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third.
Running. With the flag. 57. Mike, 57. Right here, right here.
Throwing on third and long. Beard under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jannard Avery racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Beckham. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Let's go. 1st down and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal.
Hey, Alpha. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 3rd down gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Toronto first down.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. So as they take it over, we step aside. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Beard. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Beard. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now the second down throw on target. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Give me that ball. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 25.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Mayfield will let it go, and that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Recon, 132 fighter. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
On second and 12, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Come on, boy.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Geis with a carry on second down. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Check. 180. Check. 45. Regular. Tight dog. Alert.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Mayfield is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. It's Geis on the counter, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Beer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Beckham, the return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Thunderbirds.
Set, hut. Keep the Pittsburgh. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Beard off to Geis on the screen. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a run with Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his